Welcome back, everybody, to another episode. We're back again with my freaking musty setup that I always talk about getting refurbished, renewed, new stuff, but then I never do. So that's just how I am, though. I always be saying I do stuff and then I don't do it. Also, this is just because I went to donate plasma today, and they had to take my protein sample or whatever to make sure I can donate again, because last time I did that was a year ago when I was living in Utah. So I'm so sorry for the musty, bloody band-aid. But I have to keep it on. If I don't keep it on, I get a massive fat ass bruise on my arm that kills. So it's got to stay on. Sorry, gang. Well, anyways, I said welcome back, so let's get into this. I am so excited to talk about this topic. I've been waiting, actually, for so long to have, like, an episode all about this, because I think I've talked about it a little bit, but anyways, I'm just thrilled to get into this, and I know it's going to be controversial, for sure, for some girls and guys, but let's go. Welcome back to Caffeine and Confessions. Alright, what is the topic, everybody? It's lust. And I know this has been low-key a trend on TikTok or something, because, why is it, maybe, no, it's probably not. It's probably just my For You page. I always say, oh, it's a trend right now, but low-key, like, everyone's For You page is different, and the algorithm picks your shit, and my shit is this right now, because it's all I've been, like, thinking about recently, and just, like, I'm having a really hard time with it, especially with, like, being single and just, like, dating around and, like, seeing, like, I haven't been in the dating pool in forever. Like, forever, since I was literally 15. Like, I literally went from boyfriend to boyfriend to boyfriend to boyfriend. Then, like, for the last 6 months, I've had 6 months to be in the dating pool, and let me tell you, it's fucking hell, guys. You don't want to be in that pool, so when you find a good man, lock him down, or a good girl. But anyways, this is just because I had, like, noticed and seen way more things being outside of a relationship in the last 6 months that I was just, like, kind of not aware of anymore, because it was things I didn't have to worry about while I was dating. Well, some of them I had to worry about, but, like, not to the extent as some girls and guys. So, anyways, lust in this generation. Let's talk about it, guys. Let's talk about it. Holy shit. It's so easy. It's so accessible. It's everywhere. Like, you can't escape it. And if it's, like, either popping up on your phone, your boyfriend's, friends and families, it's just, like, you literally, there's not a chance that you're not going to see it. It's on billboards. It's in Vegas. It's everywhere. And it's disgusting. And I've talked about this a little bit. I just do not support the girls that are doing this. And, or when I'm saying doing this, I mean, like, being on Pornhub and, like, doing their shit, being porn stars and stuff. But they're always like, well, we wouldn't do this job if there wasn't a demand for it. You are creating more of a demand for it by doing it. So it's not all on the men. Let's be for real. It's on the girls, like, almost just as much, because you guys are supporting it. You doing this job just to get your money up does not make any sense. Like, that's, like, you are supporting a whole nother thing, even if you're trying not to and you're just trying to get your money up. Like, that's not as simple as it is. And I'm sorry, there are so many easier ways to get money. Like, maybe you're not going to be as rich, but there are so many other ways to have money and get money rather than resort to that. Like, that is literally, like, the last thing that you could do. And I know most of these girls could have done other stuff before they chose to do this. So that's why I am not on the girls' side when they say, oh, like, it's a demand because the men are making it a demand. Like, no, you're also a problem. You're the issue. Anyways, yes, so also, like, every platform ever has it now. We have Instagram, which is, like, holy shit, like, you can literally see anything on that app. Visco is, like, a huge one. I feel like girls only post, like, I don't know. Visco's, like, half and half, actually, but Snap as well. Snap is I will say this literally, I have said this since I was like 16. Like, Snapchat is a lustful man's favorite app. Like, it is. Like, if they have Snap score million plus, like, you know what you're dealing with. Like, these guys are lustful. TikTok, obviously, like, why are you getting half naked chicks, like, on there, porn stars on there, everything. And then as well as just like Pornhub and that shit. And you literally, she can't escape it these days. And it's making women, this is what I wanted to say, it's making women less feminine because they don't feel safe anymore because of this type of stuff. I have noticed all of the very independent girls are not dressed as feminine, don't act as feminine. Like, we're losing femininity. Holy shit. I can't even say the word. You guys know what I'm saying. Like, as time goes on because of the freaking lustfulness in this generation and just, like, so much access to it. And I've noticed, like, it's like the girls that have been dating a guy that makes them feel safe, they slowly get their, like, their girly side back to them. And I know this is a real thing because this has happened to me and this has happened to, like, people I just see. Like, before, they just, like, dress a certain way, act a certain way. As soon as they get a boyfriend, maybe like 6 months to a year in, and they're comfortable, like, everything changes. Their style, they start like acting more girly, start like letting their guard down. It's a real thing. And, like, from experience, like I'm saying, like, I have dealt with this like 2 or 3 times. I always have my guard up if I'm not dating someone. Even when I am dating someone, it takes me a minute for me to actually, like, truly let my guard down, be myself, because I just don't feel safe around guys anymore. And I never have, because I know how they, especially like working in, well, just like more male dominated places, doing more male dominated hobbies. It's just like, I know how you guys talk about girls and see women and view like even guys with wives. It's just like ridiculous. And I feel like now girls are exposing them more than ever on like online and social media. I mean, we even have that new app, what's it called? T, where girls are literally like, you have to have like face identification to like be able to get into the app. And these girls are like posting all these guys and like all the things that they've done and just like, stay away from this one, da da da. It's basically like to give other girls insight into guys that they're looking to like maybe date or like get with or whatever. But it's literally an app just dedicated to like making sure that girls are safe around guys, which is great. But I actually had a friend that was just like, London, will you get the app so I can see if what's her face wrote something about me? I was like, okay. And they actually, like, you have to, like, face identification. They make sure that you're a girl before you get in the app. And it takes them, like, so many days to process it because it's, like, legit. But anyways, what I was going to say, where was I going with this? I was going to say, it's just been so normalized. This generation has made it so normalized. Like, of course I watch porn. Of course I've, like, jerk off every day. Like, I've done it since I was freaking 13. Like, of course. Like, every guy does it. Like, that shouldn't be normal. Like, but it is. I don't know why. But that's just how people are these days. And I genuinely, like, that's why it's so hard for me to trust anymore. It's just because I just feel like at any given moment, it's so easy, accessible, whatever, that you can just, like, say you're having a tough time with your partner. They're like, whatever, I give up with on you, but I don't know, maybe this is just me being dramatic, but, like, it's not that hard to find their needs elsewhere. But I also, like, also scary is, like, most of these marriages are not working out. I think it's, like, the statistics are 50-50 these days that people actually stay together or get divorced when they get married. And in my opinion, okay, this is kind of sexist, and I know this is this is where it gets a little controversial, but I believe that girls like are so more emotionally connected that when they get in a relationship or they love a guy, they see him as like their one and only guy. Like they genuinely can, when you're in love as a girl, you cannot find other guys attractive because it's such an emotional connection for girls that it's just different. And for guys, it's always physical. It always starts with physical. It's like that's why a lot of girls in our generation too have such a hard time with body image and what they look like and growing old, and like no one wants to get old, no one wants to look old. No, like get a facelift, get a boob job, get a BBL. Like what else can girls change? It's all because that's how guys are programmed, is like they will automatically go for physical like attributes first. That's where they always start, and then sure there's emotional connection, but all in all, guys mostly go for physical. And that just makes it hard. See, my perspective is like guys will always have wandering eyes. That's my issue, and that's how I think. And maybe this is just, maybe I change my mind in a freaking year from now, but like being in relationships too, there's always like some other like cute girl, whatever, like, and always will have wandering eyes. I just genuinely don't think that guys can pick with one and go for the rest of their lives with them without like liking anything else. Like, but I feel like girls can't. So this is where I get sexist, because I feel like girls can and guys can't. And for guys, it's more of like a commitment thing, a loyalty thing, staying with their partner. And for girls, it's like, oh, they're genuinely just in love with them. That's why it's so easy for them to stay for so long. Obviously, it's a commitment thing from the girl as well. I just think it's harder and more of a commitment thing and loyalty thing for the guy than a girl. But this is where I get the backlash, and people are going to kill me and come at me for this, but whatever. That's just my thoughts on it. And what else? Okay, I did talk about why girls become more girly after dating someone for a while. I talked a little bit about that, but genuinely it is just because they finally feel like they aren't going to be used for stuff. I feel like a lot of the time is like if they're not dressing girly, if they're not acting a certain way, it's just like almost like a guard up so they don't feel used for their looks, and they want more of a connection, like more of a emotional connection rather than a physical at first. Okay, so that's some lore. Let me just tell you, this is how I think. So I think most of the time I've always dressed like a dude until I get in a relationship with a guy, and then I start dressing more like a girl because I don't want it to be like attraction from body type stuff. I want it to come from a mental, emotional state, and then you can have the rest of me later. All right, so that's actually, I just, like, if this does, like, low-key, okay, holy, I'm just having, like, a brain freaking fart right now, because I kind of just realized that, and now I just kind of shared it with the world, so, I don't know if that's good or bad, but, I don't know, but I feel like that's why other girls are like that, too. I feel like that's why it takes them for a long time to act more like a girl or dress more like a girl, is because they don't want to be, like, okay, you guys get it. Let's move on to the next topic, because I spent 15 minutes, half this episode on this. I told you guys I was excited to talk about it. But anyways, next thing, growing out of people and experiences. I think I've talked about this a little bit. I don't really know. Gosh, this shirt is, like, bugging me. I never wear these t-shirts because they're so tight on my shoulders, and I feel like I'm getting suffocated, but it's fine. It is fine for people not to vibe with you anymore, and I think more people need to hear this, because lots of times people will look at themselves and be like, what did I do wrong? Why don't they want to hang out with me anymore? Like, I had to do something wrong. Like, how can I say this? Something's wrong with me. They take it personal. No. No. Same reason why you didn't decide to be friends with someone after however long, or you didn't decide to be friends with someone initially. Maybe not because there's anything bad about them, but just because you're not connected with this person, like you're not connecting with them, you're like on two different wavelengths. It's normal. And it can happen like beginning of friendships, like literally first or second hangout, or it can happen like a year later and you're like, okay, like this person isn't my person anymore. So same thing for the other person. If you are getting dipped on and you feel it in the energy and they're like pulling away, like let it happen. If that's like you're not going to force anything, and you're not going to force people to stay in your life and be friends with you, because that's not a healthy relationship. If you want a good relationship, it takes both sides, and I've said this. So what I'm trying to say is, if you're feeling like you have a friend not vibing with you anymore, pulling away, not really reaching out anymore, just let them. I've talked about the let them theory a lot. Let them do what they're going to do, because in the end, you're going to attract certain types of people, and those will be your people, and then these ones will be past experiences. And just let it be in the past. You can like think like it can suck for you for a second. You could be like, oh, that sucks. Like I love hanging out with that person all the time. Like we're so tight, and now like we don't even talk to each other. Like it could have been your best friend. But you can't force anything that's not meant to be in your life. So you got to let it go. Same thing with experiences. It's the same type of deal. People, experiences, same thing. You cannot keep holding on to past experiences when you know in the back of your head they're not right for you and not meant to still be in your life, but you're holding on to either that nostalgia or whatever it is that's keeping you there. You gotta let it go, and you gotta like be happy that you had that moment with that experience or timeline of whatever you were doing, and know that there's something else coming that maybe you're not in right now, so you like don't like, maybe you're in the experience right now and you don't even realize it, but if you're not and you're feeling like low at a low and you just feel like you have nothing going for you, that next experience that you are missing right now, that the nostalgic feeling, is gonna be like ahead of you, and then once you have that, you're gonna miss that again, and it like keeps going, it keeps moving, and you just have more and more experiences, and you can't just hold on to shit because you are sad to let it go, or you feel like it's not over, even though like everything is telling you that it is. So anyways, yes. Okay, next thing that kind of connects to this is like chasing things and people that are not for you. That's kind of like, honestly, like this, like similar to what I was saying with choosing people that are choosing you. But if you have like a pretty good intuition like me, like I always have intuition on literally everything, and it usually is right, and sometimes I listen to it, sometimes I don't. But if you're immediately having intuition on something that maybe you're doing with your life right now, you just feel every day that you wake up and it's not right for you, like stop chasing whatever it is. Just like, that's where you cut it off. You try something else. Same with people. Don't chase anyone that's not trying to put in the same amount of effort as you are. It goes for everything. Okay, next. Learning how to say no and boundaries. I don't know if I've talked about this or not. I never can remember. But it's okay to say no, guys. It is okay to say no. You are going to help out whoever is, okay, how am I even going to put this? I have so many, like, freaking words in my brain right now. I can't even, like, make this clear for you guys. Hold on. I'm trying to think of, like, an example. Okay. You and your friend are planning to do a couple things. Like, say you're going to the grocery store, you're going to coffee, and you're going to do something else. Your friend, you can tell, is not telling you that she doesn't want to go get coffee, but you can kind of get the vibe. So after the grocery store, you're like, are you sure do you still want to go? They're like, yes. But then once you go, they're just, okay, this is such a bad example. Ugh. It's fine. They're upset that they're at the coffee place because they don't want to be there. Guys, please learn to say no. If that is you, that is like trying to people please and just be like, oh, I don't want coffee, but I'm still gonna go because my friend really wants to go, but I'm not gonna be in a good mood while I'm there. Just don't do that. Like, spare them, spare you. Like, spare both y'all's the time. If you don't want to be there, don't be there. It's not like your friend's not gonna have fun with you if you're gonna act like a certain way because you don't want to be there, and then your friend feels uncomfortable because she knows that you're not wanting to be there. So it's like, it would have been better just to say no. No one's feelings are going to get hurt from you saying no. And so I definitely, like, in the past have had a harder time saying no to people, but then I realized, like, I am doing them a disservice if I don't say no. Like, if I really don't want to do something, like, there's no forcing myself to be excited and be happy while I'm there. So I'm just going to tell them no. Like, we can go do this, or give them an alternative, because no one's gonna get mad if you tell them no, that you don't want to go to a concert with them, or you don't want to do this. Like, they'll find other people to do those certain things with. Maybe you're the friend that just, like, is a one-on-one hangout at their house, or you're the friend that you go to every football game with, or every basketball game with. Like, people have their certain friends, do certain things with them. Same with you. Like, you'll have your certain friends that you want to do certain things with. So don't be afraid to say no, and don't get offended if your friend tells you no on something, because you probably would say no about something else. So it goes both ways. I don't know if that made any fucking sense, but I hope it did. The last thing I wanted to talk about that I've always repeat on my podcast is journaling. I fully believe in this shit, and I hope that you guys have been journaling a little bit, because if you don't know how you're feeling, pull out, oh shit, my phone's about to die. Pull out that pen and piece of paper and just start writing down what you're thinking. And then eventually, like, you can read through that list and you're gonna be like, oh, that's why I'm upset right now. I did this other night, okay, maybe like a week ago. I was just, like, so upset. Like, I could not figure out why. I was just, like, I was mad at, like, the world. I was, like, I'm mad at society. I'm mad at, like, our roles and, like, freaking girls and guys. And, like, I was thinking about Love Island at the time, too. I didn't know why. Like, I was so upset. But I was, like, it's so normalized for guys to just, like, be, like, have the wandering eyes when they're, like, in a relationship with a girl, and, like, it's totally okay, and they can test out connections. Like, I was just pissed about, like, low-key Love Island, but, like, other things, too. Like, I was just mad, like, and just, like, so much cheating. Like, there's so much cheating nowadays. Am I projecting? Like, am I nervous about this shit because I just got in a relationship? I don't know. I don't think so. I think I would know that, but anyways, I just started, like, I pulled out my journal, and I literally straight up just, like, played some music and wrote down, like, literally every word that came to my mind. Like, I was just, like, you know when you just, like, stare, like, lay on your back in your bed and you just stare at the wall and you're just thinking? Like, genuinely, that's just what I did. I just started writing down what I was thinking, and then eventually it, like, all came out, and I was like, oh, so that's why. It took me, like, 2 hours to actually figure it out. Like, I wrote down, like, so many random things that, like, happened in the last 2 weeks, like, that were happening now, like, what I'm gonna do tomorrow. Like, I was all over the place, but you eventually figure it out. So I just hardcore believe in journaling. And if you are just, like, upset for no reason, also just talking to anyone is very helpful. But okay, that's kind of it for this episode, but I did want to add on to the freaking first half of the episode about freaking lust in this generation, because I forgot to talk about this. Okay, if you this is my opinion, but I feel like people have to agree on this. I don't know, like, it's just weird if you don't agree. Okay, I'm being, like, hella judgmental, but if you're in a relationship with, like, okay, you're a guy and a girl in a relationship, and you guys are calling other people hot and stuff, that's fucking weird. Is that just me? Because I think that's weird. I just remember having friends where they were watching, like, some reality TV show, and they both would be like, oh my god, he's so hot, and then he'd be like, she's so fine. I was just like, what? Like, how do you do that? Because it's not like these people are like this and with celebrities as well. Like these celebrities and these people are not any different from you and me. Like why are you thinking this, like saying this about a celebrity or these people on a reality TV show is anything different from saying like something about your next door neighbor or someone that goes to your school or like someone that you know personally. Like it's not. So I don't understand why they were like chill with that, and like they were literally fine with it too. I don't know. That's just like personally I couldn't do that. So I don't know if that's like weird or not, but in my opinion it is. Okay, it's my fucking podcast. I can say what I want. That's absolutely like insane of them. That's actually insane. Like you might as well just have an open relationship at that point. Okay, I might be taking that to an extreme, but that's fucking weird. Anyways, that's the last thing I just like remembered and I forgot to share on the beginning of this episode. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll be back next Thursday. Glad I could get this one out for y'all's. I didn't have my energy drink today. I'm so sorry. I do have a Diet Coke with lime in it, if that counts. All right, see you guys next Thursday.